Today our topic is how to stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is one of the most important things in life if you want to achieve your goals. But it is also one of the hardest things to do. Why? Because life is full of ups and downs, and sometimes you just don't feel like doing what you need to do. Maybe you're tired, maybe you're bored, or maybe you're just not in the mood. But here's the truth. Success doesn't come from doing things only when you feel like it. Success comes from doing things even when you don't feel like it. That's where consistency comes in. Consistency is showing up every day, no matter how you feel, and doing the work. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. So, how can you stay consistent even when you don't feel like it? Let's talk about some practical steps you can take. First, you need to understand that motivation is not always going to be there. Motivation is like a wave. It comes and goes. Some days you'll wake up feeling excited and ready to take on the world. Other days you will feel like staying in bed and doing nothing. That's normal. But if you rely only on motivation, you will fail. Instead, you need to build habits. Habits are actions you do automatically, without thinking. For example, brushing your teeth is a habit. You don't need motivation to brush your teeth. You just do it because it's part of your routine. The same idea applies to other areas of your life. If you want to stay consistent, you need to turn your actions into habits. Start small. If you want to exercise every day, don't start with 2 hours at the gym. Start with 10 minutes. If you want to read more, don't start with 50 pages a day. Start with 5 pages. The key is to make it so easy that you can't say no. Once the habit is formed, it will be easier to stay consistent. Another important thing is to focus on the process, not the result. Many people give up because they only think about the end goal. For example, if you want to lose weight, you might think about how great it will feel to reach your ideal weight. But what happens when you don't see results right away? You get frustrated and give up. Instead, focus on the process. Focus on eating healthy today. Focus on exercising today. Focus on what you can do right now. The results will come, but only if you stay consistent with the process. Remember, success is not a one-time event. It's a series of small actions done every day. If you focus on the process, you'll be less likely to give up when things get tough. Next, you need to learn how to manage your emotions. Emotions are powerful, and they can easily stop you from being consistent. For example, if you're feeling lazy, you might skip your workout. If you're feeling stressed, you might avoid doing your work. But here's the thing. You don't have to let your emotions control you. You can learn to manage them. One way to do this is by using the principles of Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches you how to stay calm and focused, no matter what happens in life. The main idea of Stoicism is that you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you react to it. For example, if you're feeling tired, you can't control the feeling, but you can control what you do next. You can choose to push through and do your work, or you can choose to give up. The choice is yours. Stoicism teaches you to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. This mindset can help you stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. Another way to stay consistent is to remind yourself of your why. Your why is the reason you're doing something. It's your purpose. For example, if you're studying hard, your why might be to get a good job and provide for your family. If you're exercising, your why might be to stay healthy and live a long life. When you don't feel like doing something, remind yourself of your why. Think about the bigger picture. Think about how your actions today will help you achieve your goals in the future. This can give you the push you need to keep going. It's also important to be kind to yourself. Consistency doesn't mean being perfect. It's normal to have bad days. It's normal to make mistakes. What matters is that you don't give up. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just start again the next day. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. Even small steps count. If you're too hard on yourself, you'll only make it harder to stay consistent. Instead, treat yourself with compassion. Acknowledge your efforts and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Another tip is to create a routine. A routine is like a roadmap for your day. It helps you stay on track and reduces the need for decision-making. For example, if you have a morning routine, you don't have to think about what to do when you wake up. You already know. This makes it easier to stay consistent. A routine also helps you build momentum. Once you start doing one thing, it's easier to move on to the next. For example, if you start your day with exercise, you'll feel more energized and motivated to tackle the rest of your tasks. A routine doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to work for you. Find a schedule that fits your life and stick to it. One of the biggest challenges to consistency is distractions. In today's world, there are so many things competing for your attention. Social media, TV, notifications, and more. It's easy to get distracted and lose focus. To stay consistent, you need to eliminate or reduce distractions. For example, if you're trying to work, turn off your phone or put it in another room. If you're trying to read, find a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. The less distracted you are, the easier it will be to stay consistent. It's also helpful to track your progress. When you can see how far you've come, it motivates you to keep going. You can track your progress in different ways. For example, you can use a journal, a calendar, or an app. Write down what you did each day and how you felt. Over time, you'll see patterns and improvements. Tracking your progress also helps you stay accountable. When you know you have to write something down at the end of the day, you're more likely to do it. Finally, surround yourself with supportive people. The people you spend time with can have a big impact on your consistency. If you're around people who are lazy or negative, it will be harder to stay motivated. But if you're around people who are hardworking and positive, it will be easier to stay consistent. Find people who share your goals and values. Join a group or a community where you can support each other. Having a support system can make a big difference. In conclusion, staying consistent even when you don't feel like it is not easy, but it's possible. It starts with understanding that motivation is not enough. You need to build habits, focus on the process, and manage your emotions. Remind yourself of your why, be kind to yourself, and create a routine. Eliminate distractions, track your progress, and surround yourself with supportive people. Remember, consistency is not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, no matter how you feel. If you can do that, you'll be unstoppable. Life will throw challenges at you, but with consistency, you can overcome them and achieve your goals. So, take it one day at a time and keep moving forward. You've got this.